Weeping and gnashing of teeth is one of the most recognizable phrases in biblical literature. Modern culture almost exclusively focuses on the first half. To us, weeping signifies a state of profound sorrow, physical pain, and the desperate, regretful pleas of those begging for a second chance. This aligns with our earthly experience. When we make a catastrophic mistake and face the consequences, our natural baseline is remorse. However, biblical language uses gnashing of teeth for a specific purpose. This isn't a description of physical agony, but an ancient idiom for seething, active, and hostile rage. This presents a psychological paradox. If a person is standing before absolute, perfect divine justice, why would their internal reaction be fury instead of sorrow? Ultimately, this ancient idiom completely reframes the traditional experience of damnation. It is not passive punishment, but a state of active, continuous defiance. The root of this anger lies in a theological concept known as the fixed state. This teaches that a person's spiritual trajectory and ultimate allegiances are permanently locked at the exact moment of death. Souls who rejected God in life carry that rebellion over entirely intact. Crossing into the afterlife does not suddenly generate a love for an authority they spent their earthly lives pushing away. For the soul who dismissed God as a myth, the transition is a violent shock. They are forced to confront his absolute reality and power. When confronted with undeniable proof of their own error, the human ego often responds with bitter, defensive rage rather than humble admission. This triggers a common psychological deflection, blaming the judge. When faced with the ultimate consequences of their own choices, human nature drives the soul to project blame onto the one enforcing the rules. In this state, pride curdles into resentment. The soul becomes furious at God for being holy and just, and for executing the judgment they spent a lifetime avoiding. This initial reaction to damnation is a massive, defensive, egotistical backlash, a refusal to accept guilt, even when the truth is forced upon them. Beyond the internal rebellion, theology describes hell as a spiritual vacuum, a state of total separation from God's common grace. On earth, even the most rebellious lives are tethered to unearned goods. Every person experiences basic comforts like light, beauty, and quiet moments of peace. In this vacuum, these connections are permanently severed. The soul is left in an absolute, crushing emptiness. Because the soul still fiercely craves satisfaction and peace, the eternal inability to find them breeds a state of constant, furious frustration. This frustration is fueled by a final, deeper desire, the refusal to bow. Above all else, the soul wants to remain the ultimate authority of its own existence. The result is a staggering cognitive dissonance. The soul exists in absolute darkness and powerlessness, yet remains enraged that God is ultimately in supreme control. The torment of this emptiness is compounded by stubbornness. The soul is starved of goodness, yet absolutely refuses to ask for it. Viewed through this psychological framework, weeping and gnashing of teeth takes on a cohesive meaning. The weeping captures the agonizing, unavoidable sorrow of being cut off from all divine love and earthly comfort. The gnashing of teeth reveals a pride that refuses to break, even when everything is lost. This turns damnation into a self-inflicted prison, one built by an ego that would rather remain in the dark than submit to the light. The ultimate tragedy of this state is the chilling reality that even in absolute darkness, a heart committed to rebellion would rather hate the truth than seek it.
This message is for those that are hell-bound. You reject God while on this ground. Grace will be stripped when you die. No peace left in your dark sky. Grinding teeth from anger in your soul. God holds the power to make you whole. This message is for those that are hell-bound, hell-bound, hell-bound. You are surely bound. Turn to the truth or darkness.